Hello everyone. The topic for my presentation today is comparison of various methods of disinfecting impressions using chlorhexidine gluconate, an assessment of antimicrobial efficacy and dimensional changes. As we all know that microbial flora of oral cavity is rich and extremely diverse. In recent years, due to the recent events, there is a growing interest in the potential risk of contamination in dental offices. Research has scientifically shown that contamination of oral cavity impressions and the transfers of these organisms can be done to the gypsum models and to the dental personals. Sadly, in India, there is a lack of commitment of high standards of infection. Reasons being that it involves an overt effort, it can lead to dimensional changes, it can lead to health risk to the dental team, or can also lead to corrosion of the metals or abnormal dislodgement of the impressions. According to British Dental Association, the only safe approach is to assume that every patient is a carrier of infectious disease and hence the infection impressions should be disinfected always. The two fundamental factors to be considered are the effectiveness of the disinfection process and the effect of treatment on the gypsum models. As we all know that the most commonly used impression material in dentistry is alginate. It has many advantages, but the basic disadvantage is that it retains bacteria at a level that is 2 to 3 times higher than any other impression material. So we have used alginate in our study as the impression material. For the disinfectant, we have taken chlorhexidine gluconate as it is a broad spectrum antimicrobial agent which is effective against both gram positive and gram negative species and also has some virus and antifungal activities. The most important thing is that it has very low mammalian toxicity. We have used all different procedures, that is impression, spraying, a pre-procedure mouth rinse, or as the disinfectant as an alternate to water while mixing the alginate. And we have studied these different techniques for their microbial efficacy and their effectiveness on the dimensional changes. The material and methods, we selected 32 dentate patients with a simplified oral index of 2. They should not have they didn't have any systemic disorder or were on antimicrobial therapy. They were also not using any prosthetic devices that could these things can alter the microbial flora of the oral cavity. Hence, these were the exclusion criteria. The five alginate impressions were made for each patient with the interval of 24 hours. For the first impression, that was the control group. The alginate was mixed with water, and the post removal, the impression was washed in distilled water for 15 seconds. Group 2, the alginate impression was dipped in the immersed in the chlorhexidine solution for 20 minutes and then rinsed with distilled water. For group 3, the spraying method was used. The chlorhexidine was sprayed onto the impression, ensuring that no area is left uncovered. For group 4, the alginate was mixed in chlorhexidine and the impression was taken with that alginate. For group 5, the patient was asked to rinse the mouth with chlorhexidine mouthwash prior to taking impressions, and the impression was followed. A procedure was similar to group 1 patients. The bacterial swab was collected from the mid-palatal region and cultured in a blood agar media. The bacterial colonies were counted using light microscope. For the pouring, the impression was poured in type 3 dental stone 45 minutes after removal from the oral cavity. The intermolar distance, intercanine distance, the anterior posterior distance, and the depth of the cast were measured using digital vernier calipers. The distances were measured 3 times by 2 examiners and mean was calculated. Statistical analysis were done using p-value. The results. The mean aerobic bacterial count was recorded for all the groups. The result indicates that the presence of highest number of bacterial colonies in group 1, that was our control group, and the least bacterial count, almost nil, was found for group 5, that was the pre-procedural rinsing, followed by group 3, that was the spraying technique. The group 2, that is the immersion technique, and group 4, that is mixing the alginate with the chlorhexidine, also showed a significant reduction in bacterial count, but best was seen in group 5. For the dimensional changes, the maximum highest dimensional change was seen as group 4. That is when the alginate was mixed with chlorhexidine. The reduction of dimensions was seen when the impressions were sprayed with chlorhexidine rather than immersion. Group 5, that is the pre-procedural mouth rinse, showed least amount of variation in the dimensions. Discussion. We all know the prevalence of infection diseases is very high in dental offices and in India in comparison to other countries. The most effective way of disinfection was found to be pre-procedural mouth rinsing. In this, the bacterial count was reduced to almost 0, and the added advantage of there was no dimensional changes found in the cast. The second most effective way was spraying. The bacterial count was significantly reduced. It is the spraying is the most indicated technique in literature. The immersion technique, though equally effective for disinfection, had the disadvantage of dimensional changes. The least effective method was internal disinfection, that is when the alginate was mixed with chlorhexidine, but the result is not in accordance with previous reports. The internal disinfection method has been emphasized in several other researches, but we found it to be the least effective method. Conclusion. Within the limitations of the study, it is concluded that the most effective and accurate method of disinfection is pre-procedural mouth rinsing. Internal disinfection was found to be the least effective method with high bacterial counts and high dimensional changes. The blood and marrow burden must first be cleaned off from the impression prior to disinfection. Cleaning should be performed immediately after taking the impression. Impression materials have limited tolerance of immersion in liquids and should therefore be minimized and controlled after disinfecting the impression. Failure to properly rinse the disinfectant can result in substandard models. These things should be taken in mind before disinfecting, but disinfection is very important and should be carried out in the dental office. Thank you.